Kane, it's 1-0. We're fucking down. 13th in the championship. The takeover happened as I said it would. People will be. Oh, when have we got Leeds? Now then, people, welcome back to the Just Joe Football Show, and it's time for your press conference reaction. And as Andrew says, I don't think he gets it far wrong, to be honest. He says 2 weeks break, and that's all they can talk about. What rubbish questions per press conference. I thought it was really pish. I thought some of the questions were absolutely shocking. Water's wet, grass is green, the sky is blue, my name's Joe, and your name's Andrew McCoy. Like, what are we doing here? I mean, is it that thin on the ground? Do you know who saved the day? Baron Cross saved the day. He actually came with some questions that had some weight to them. He asked about Jadon Anthony and James. Interesting. Remember what I said? Maybe starting to have that conversation now. He asked about Archie Gray and his time at England, because yes, England had overused him as such, and I'll give you my opinion on that and what Daniel Farker had to say. But outside of that, it was bloody pish. It might as well have been a Norwich City press conference. We might as well be Norwich City, Delia Smith FC. That's what might as well been happening right there. It was brutal. It wasn't the best, and Baron Cross saved the day and gave me something to talk about. Obviously, the standard who's on the injury list, which comes from Popey right at the start. That's fair enough, but everything else was absolutely pish. And that's why, folks, fan media is the way to go. If you want to get into it, do it, because I believe eventually it's just going to take over the fecking lot. It's going to take over the lot. You should see all the podcasts, all these people that are growing, not like me, but I mean in the massive stratosphere. They're on Sky Sports. Before you know it, fan media will be running the show, because guess what? They know their stuff. They know their stuff. I'm just quickly updating this, so I always forget to do it before I do it. And there you go. Pay your rent and smash a like on the video. That's what I was supposed to ask you. Please do that. Listen, folks, before we do as well, please subscribe to the channel, because we're getting so close now to 25k. 25k. I think we're on 24,600. Nearly 700, so not that far to go. And obviously we've got 3 games left in November. Maybe we can achieve it between now and the end of the month, hopefully, because 12 games into the season already at 25k. At this rate, it's been 10k a season. 25k after only a couple of months of the season. We're cooking on gas. So thank you to each and every one of you for supporting the channel. Please do pay your rent and smash the like. As I say, we're just back from the international break, and we're all still like loosening up and all that sort of jazz. So all good. Right, let's get stuck into some good stuff. Injuries. As the title says, Gnonto returns from injury. He is back in team training and has been since Sunday. He is in with a shout of being in the squad. I think he will be on the bench. Will he start? Let me know in the comments. Would you start him? James has been away. Did Somerville go away with the under-21s? I'm not sure. Someone let me know in the comments, please. Piro Rutter stayed. I'm not sure he gets in. But he's in with a shout of the squad. I don't think he said he wasn't fully fit, but he's not match ready, but it might be needs must, depending on people like people like Dan James have come back. Like Shackleton back as well, and also said he may be in the squad. Firpo, the forgotten man, he's back in team training, has done since Tuesday, but it'll be a few weeks yet before he's in the squad. And let me tell you something now. Here's a hot tip prediction for you. Junior Firpo will break down again in them next few weeks. Don't shoot the messenger. I can't tell the future. I just know Junior the player. And I believe in them next few weeks, he will break down again. Oh, he's had another setback. Just fucking get rid in January. Stuart Dallas back integrated with the squad as well, which, I'm happy about, but he's still a while away. It wouldn't surprise me. Here's one for you. The Stuart Dallas, who broke his leg right, who broke his leg, snapped, done, yeah, will play before Junior Firpo does. It's getting too cold for him, as Annabelle says. Exactly, Annabelle knows. It's getting too cold, man. His feet are freezing out here. So, yeah, listen. That is something that if they were taking, you know, odds for it, that Dallas plays before Firpo does, that'd be my thoughts. Jed Spence, I was hoping he would be back. We heard on Don't Go to Bed Just Yet that it might be November. Obviously, Adam Pope will have heard some noise before that. I believed he was going to be back after this international break, but he's doing great. He's not in team training, and he's still a few weeks away yet. So it may well be we might have to wait till after the second international, well, then the last international break before March, I think. Finally, we can be done with these. But we've got another one we've got 3 games left of this month. Then we've got we've got 5 games left, sorry, and then another international break, which will be about another 10 days. But it's going to be even worse because England are playing bloody Malta or something, I think. It's just going to be pish. But look, Jed Spence is on his way back. He was asked about the internationals. How's it been for him? Gruriev, he said it was a good experience for him because he's not getting minutes at the football club. He also mentioned Creswell. Obviously, Creswell scored his first goal for the under-21s. So it's good that they're getting minutes because they're not getting minutes at club football. Yeah, which makes sense. Hjelde has an issue with his Achilles. Obviously, away on under-21s international duty. But listen, if we're being honest, Hjelde's nowhere near the first team. Nowhere near the first team. And if we bought another left-back, his minutes are going to be even lessened. So I don't see a future here for Leo. I remember speaking to a Rotherham fan. Oh, by the way, 6 o'clock, White Rose Rivals will be back tonight in preview of the weekend's games. So if you want to join us at 6 o'clock, make sure you hit the notification bell. As I say, all the content's going to ramp up again now. There'll be my standalone pre-recorded preview tomorrow during the day, and then on the evening you'll have the big match preview live, and then it's game day, and then it's final word, and before you know it, we're going boom, 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 and next thing you know, we'll be streaming freaking 24 hours a day, because it'll be January. It'll be January before you know it, which is the best time for content creators, trust and believe. Because these international breaks, I can't lie, I think I might have to recycle toilet paper. I think that's the stage that we're at the minute. I'm having to get, you remember Bounty? Bounty. I'm having to do that with it. And then like clean it up and then go again. I'm only joking, it's not got that bad yet. Joe Shaw, who's been a member for 13 months. Big up to you, mate. Past the year. Thanks for your support as always. He said, I like Farkas' comments on facing Norwich. Wasn't all lovey-dovey. Business, baby. Straight business. Exactly, and we're going to talk about that as well. So Gruyev, good for him. Creswell, good for him. Hjelde has an Achilles problem. Not really bothered. Some only came back today, so therefore they've been doing rest and recuperation. I think he was getting at Archie Gray, maybe even Dan James as well. And then I'm sort of jumping ahead here, because there was a lot of pish in between this, and then Beren Cross asked specifically about Archie Gray's minutes at England. So we'll get to the pish bits, but it's a bit hoggledy-poggledy. I know a lot of you watch the press conference because I see you in the chat all the time, so that's good. So look, he said, you know, it's a great honour for Archie to play for the England under-19s. But for me, you could get he was annoyed. Yeah, you could get he was annoyed. He said, at the end of the day, I get why we're playing them. He's a top talent, so we know the pressures that managers are under to win games and win tournaments, so therefore you're going to use your best players. But he did say that he felt that 3 games was excessive, which I agree with. But what I will say on the flip side to that is, Daniel Farke is also guilty of this. You can't have it both ways. You can't say it's okay for me to play him every minute at club football, but you're not allowed to use him at international duty. Now, I know we all sit here and we're all club over country. I get it. So we're going to go, no, England are taking the piss, etc. But I remember Andrea making a great point on yesterday's video. If you haven't watched it, go check it out. It's got chapters as well now, folks, on the long form stuff. So if you want to skip, to a specific bit, when you go and then podcasting long form videos, you will see chapters now that I've been putting in. So if you want to jump to certain bits, you can go do that. If you don't want to watch it all and just see my favourite moment or my worst moment of the season, there are chapters. If you want to know Joe's worst moment, if you want to see the Furpo chat, you just click the chapter and it'll take you straight there. So that's going to be something that'll be happening moving forward on the long form videos, okay? But yeah, for me, and Andrea made this fantastic point, that one of my low points of the season was Daniel Farke's substitutions and maybe lack of. And he said, you know, we need to manage Gray's minutes. We're 3-0 up, yeah? We're 3-0 up, and he brings on Archie Gray for 10 minutes. Or it might have been 3-1 or whatever at the time, when he could have used Gruyev. And that's the point, isn't it? You can't bemoan. I get it. I do agree with him that 3 games is a bit much. Because even at international, even at the first team level, the likes of, you know, Bellingham, Calvin, Kane, all these first teamers didn't play against Australia. But I do think that you can't bemoan him that and then at the same time also use him as much as you have been. So I think it's a little bit double standards. But I do agree with him. What he's saying is he's going to learn more at club football playing against real men than he will at under-19s level, which I agree with. But look, he's come through unscathed. He's got no injuries. That's a positive. But it was a heavy load. Does that mean he'll start at the weekend? Maybe not. Maybe not. If he's only come back today, as has Dan James, probably 1 full day training tomorrow with the team, and then we're playing Norwich. I think we might see Jayden Anthony start instead of James. And if Shackleton is fit, he mentioned he'll be in the squad. I think Shackleton goes in at right back. Kamara keeps his place in midfield. Because like I say, Archie Gray has played before the break at right back, had a great performance there. And then 3 games during the international break and then expected to have 1 day training and back in the squad. That is asking too much of him. And what I will say is, everything that Farke's just said, if he then starts him at the weekend, and of course you start your best players, etc., you can't have the argument that you've just had in the presser. Because you've known how many minutes he's playing, then you're going to throw him straight in. Yeah? So yeah, big up Evie as well. Nice to see you in the chat. We've got Danny Rumsey. We've got Last Word as well, which is of course Joe Blackburn, who was on the video last night. Check that out. Diggler says Gary Farke's managed Gray very well, but the England situation went too far. Maybe I'm just saying that I just think you can't say all that and then use him for every bloody minute because you know. Anyway, so then he was asked about Norwich. Pope, he asked him, first time he back there as a manager of a new club. I think I really like someone said earlier, I think it was Joe Shaw, he's not too interested. He's all about Leeds United right now and getting them ready to beat Norwich. Behind closed doors, he might be excited to see old faces. Behind closed doors, he might be really wanting to beat them because they sacked him, you know. But we've seen, you know, his relationship with Russell Martin was maybe fraught prior to Southampton, but it was nothing but respectful. Daniel Farke's not one who's going to... He's not Jesse Marsh, for example, is he? Come on, man. Jesse would be lapping it up going, yeah, I'm going to beat them. So, yeah. While since he was there, he hasn't thought about it much. I'm just planning for playing them with my team. He was asked about his defining memory of Carroll Road. Again, great 4.5 years there. Won the league twice, most points, and then we came back down and went back up with even more points, 97 points. We've been through this. But it isn't the time for him to be speaking about that. He said, I might look back on it in 30 years' time, but all my focus is on winning points for Leeds United against a team who he believes will be up towards the top end of the league. So, yeah, he was asked... you know, how did it end? And it was a bit like, look, it went well. You know, I'm not going to cry over spilt milk. I'm only going to look at the positives. Then Graham Smith asked him, 3 managers sacked so far. How brutal is the job? Like, we've been... This is the same, eh? Oh, yeah. I just don't know what answer you're expecting. I could answer that question for Daniel Farke. You ready? So, Joe... 3 managers sacked so far. How difficult's the job? Listen, you know, this is what we all get in the job for. It is tough. Of course, you never want to see anyone lose their job. You know, but it's a cutthroat business. You know, it matters about points, and you have to win football games. And I've nothing but respect for Gary Rowett. You know, I've had a good relationship with him, and I'm sure he'll get another job soon. But yeah, this is the, you know, the way football is, unfortunately, and you know, I don't think we're ever going to change that. But yeah, it's tough. And listen, I wish Gary and the rest all the best of luck. I mean, that's it in a nutshell. We could have all done it. I mean, I don't know what we're doing here. Then it was, what do you do day to day? Okay, I come in, I train, I go home, probably watch maybe a German box set. I don't know, Das Boot. That's a German film, I think. The only reason I know that film is because of Peter Kay. What does he say? I ordered The Matrix and you bought me Das Boot, if you know about Sammy the Snake and all that. And then he was asked, does being in football ruin football? Does being in football ruin football? You're watching football? I don't know. He said, yeah, I watch a lot of football, but Daniel Farker clearly loves football because he played the game, manages in the game. Yeah, I don't know what we're doing here. So yeah, it was a bit. Maybe he's doing a piece on management. I don't know, but I would say get in the bin. Anyway, back to, as I say, Baron Cross came riding in on a white horse to say save the day. And when I was asked about Jaden Anthony, or asked about Jaden Anthony v James, I wonder why that question came up. Is there something on the grapevine, potentially? Is there little murmurings? Who knows? But he said, look, they're all different. Each and every game needs a different skill set, and we have to disappoint players, but it's good to have options. And he tried to steer away from the Jaden Anthony James chat and mentioned Cree's like such and such, and this person's like such and such. But yeah. Frustrated with how it ended at Norwich, back to, you know, Baron Cross saved the day. Baron Cross gave us the Archie Gray question and the Jaden versus James chat. About Norwich, he said they had financial issues. I came in, I saved the day. I was the first British coach. It was a good day, you know, time, no bad words to say. Did you learn much? Always learning and developing. Did you know you would always be back in England? Premier's the best and I love the motherland of football. Love to return back with this amazing club. Most comfortable here. I love everything about England. That was basically it. It was pretty bleak. And you'd think after having such a long day of time, you know, you'd have got some meat on the bones maybe. I'd have really liked to drill down on the Jaden versus James chat. I'd have been asking questions. And listen, I don't get paid for this. I'm just saying I've been asking questions about, you know, with Gray playing so well at right back last time out, does this signal the end of Luke Ayling as a regular in the Leeds United squad? Yeah, this is what I want. There was an article done about Liam Cooper and Luke Ayling, wasn't there? There was an article this week about them getting new contracts. You know, we're coming to that time of year when pre-contract agreements could be about will they have their, you know what I mean, just stuff like that. But I'm not a journalist. I'm just a tit in my room, aren't I? Or in my little office. It's not a room anymore. It's an office. But yeah, I think there's thought. I'm not sure I agree they get told what they can ask, and if they do, then just go against the grain, maybe. But yeah, it wasn't the best. It wasn't the best, if I'm being honest. But I think the key points are Shackleton and Gnonto give us more options. Do I expect either of them to start? I would argue Shackleton. Just because Shackleton's not been away, he's not injured, and we might have an issue at right back, because I'm not sure that he will throw Gray in. If he does, then he can't complain about anything that happened at England, because he's thrown him straight in. So there's that. So will Archie Gray, won't he play? Does Gnonto and Shackleton come into the squad? I think they will. You know, but whether they'll start, we'll have to wait and see. But if I'm a betting man, I think Kamara starts in midfield and Shackleton starts at right back. It is positive, though. We're getting to a full bill health. We've only got Spence, Dallas. I mean, Junior's never going to be fit. As I said, I'll have a bet with anybody now that Dallas plays probably before Junior does. But outside of that, there wasn't much in it. Look, do please join us at 6 o'clock. I know it's not everyone's cup of tea, but it's the White Rose rivals. So there'll be me, Huddersfield Town, who are under a new manager now as well. Obviously, Darren Moore. Chef Wednesday have a new manager. Rotherham, I think, have got a very tough game. Hull City, see how they're getting on, and we'll obviously chat and get predictions for Leeds versus Norwich as well. And a few of them have already played Norwich, so we can get their opinions on that. So that's at 6 o'clock. Then tomorrow I'll probably do a preview, standalone pre-recorded during the day, and then you'll get the live one on Friday evening, probably about 9 o'clock. So yeah, keep it locked as per. If anything else breaks newsworthy, then of course I'll react to that as well. But I'm probably going to have a nap, because I had a nap when I got back from the gym. I went to the gym, right, which is going really well. I've lost 8 pounds and I'm starting to see results, right? So I'm really happy about that. I went to the sunbed. I had sausage and scrambled egg, and I said I'm going to have a nap and set my alarm for 1:30. And then at about, bearing in mind, I think I went about 12. Bearing in mind, at about 12:40, I had this big bang on the door, and I was like, what the fuck? I thought, I'm leaving it. I'm half asleep. I went back. I heard some more knocks. I was thinking, that's not my door. The dogs would be barking. Then I heard, I thought, fucking hell. I'm gonna go see what this is. And I've gone down. And it was the Joseph witnesses, which I don't mind them coming. I'll have a chinwag with them. I don't mind talking about stuff. But what I'm saying is, if I ain't there from that, then don't fucking do it again. I said, mate, I'm asleep. You know what I mean? I'm a dressing gown on. Like, what are you doing to me? What if I was working night shifts? Honestly, fuming. Bob B, giving some counter-argument, which is always fair. Don't disagree. Your questions are right, Joe. Just don't think you... No, I'm not expecting to hear what I want every press conference, though. But I think the last few have been pretty poor, let's be honest. Second, yeah, man. Honestly, I even went in the other day, Jamie, and she said to me, your tan's coming along now, Joe, innit? She tried to get me on the nasal strips, so wait till I'm on them. I'll be coming in looking like Willie Gnonto, man, I'm telling you. Let's have a look. Great job, keep up the good work, big up. That's not till Monday, mate. Not till Monday, that's Monday. Someone else just asked me, Andrew. Yeah, no, Monday, mate, 5:15, so I'll let you know how I get on. I think it'll be nothing, but yeah. They checked it at the doctors and sent me for a, what's it called? Not an MRI, what's it called, man? Put a sheet of paper over it, and what's it called, man? Not an MRI. Someone will know in the chat. Help me out, folks. No, not a CAT scan. Oh, man. Right, one sec, what is it? Someone will have got to put it in the chat while I'm going. No, not a CT. Ultrasound. Ultrasound, yeah. I've got to have an ultrasound on the old gonads, because I found like a little lump. But I'm hoping it's just from my vasectomy, so fingers crossed. Fingers crossed, okay. But I'll keep you in the loop, and any men that are watching, just check. Just give it a little check now, and yeah. So I'll let you know how that goes. But yeah, thanks as always for watching. Subscribe to the channel, get your comments in, hit the notification bell. Join us at 6 o'clock as well. Please do join us at 6 o'clock, and yeah, I'll see you on the other side. Peace out, folks. Love you.